The OutIn Nano portable electric espresso maker has been one of my favorite ways to make coffee in the go. In fact, I took this down the Grand Canyon and made an espresso on the trail, which was fantastic. But there is one issue with this thing, which is there's no way to grind fresh beans. You either need to bring capsules or bring some pre-ground stuff. Well, not anymore, because OutIn have released this product here. This is the OutIn Fino. It's a portable electric coffee grinder. I'm so excited to give this a try. So basically it's a single dose coffee grinder. It's using conical burrs and it claims to really have virtually no retention. I've heard that before on lots of grinders, but we'll see. Now, in terms of weight, it's really not much heavier than this. It does have a little bit of heft to it, but it's 1.5 pounds or just under 700 grams, which isn't bad. I would be quite happy to throw these two things in a backpack, but let's take a look at actually how this works. Grind some beans up and maybe make an espresso. So the first thing to say about this is obviously it's battery operated and it uses USB-C to charge. There's a USB-C port on the back there. And when you're ready to grind the beans, you use this setting dial. Now there are numbers across here on the setting dial, starting at 1 here, and then as we twist it around, you can see it goes all the way to 10, and different numbers are for different grind sizes. So the smaller the number, the tighter it grinds. So between 0 and 3 is really espresso, 2 to 7 it claims is AeroPress, a pour overs somewhere around setting 8, and French presses are a 9 or a 10. So you simply turn this to the number that you want. I'm going to use the OutIn espresso maker and it recommends to use around setting 2 for that. So I will twist this around to setting 2. Makes a really satisfying click when you move it. Okay, so I've lined up setting 2 with the little setting line there. Now I need to get my beans in, and the way that you do that is you rotate and lift this contractible bean hopper here counterclockwise until you hear a click. I'll do that again. There we go, that's how I know it's open. And there is now a gap in here for me to add in the beans. You can add up to 25 grams of beans at a time. I've got 17 grams of beans here, so I'll put these in. And then we just need to close the bean hopper again. There we go, that's closed. I need to make sure that the dosing cup is on this. So on the bottom here, this is my dosing cup. This is where I'm going to collect the grinds. All right, so make sure this is connected. And then there is a power button here. So you either double click or long press on the power button to start. There we go, and it stops when it's finished grinding. You don't have to stop it yourself. It's not fast. That took, I don't know, maybe a minute to grind the beans down to espresso size. But it didn't have to do anything. It seemed pretty straightforward. So let's open this up. And there is my espresso grind. Now, you always get a little bit of static with these things. See there's a little bit of leftover grinds on the bottom. Fortunately, it comes with this guy, which is a blower and a brush. Just brush this off. And if we look at the actual grind we've got here, this is a really fine espresso grind. That's very impressive for such a little machine. Now I've got my ground coffee. What do I do with it? Maybe I just want to kind of take it with me. Well, there is a lid for this that just screws on. And you're going to see here, there's actually a lot of little devices that allow everything to work together, which I kind of love. So here we go. This is now sealed, ready to go. Well, let's say I wanted to bring out this guy and make a coffee with it. Well, I can take my little basket here and I can get the coffee from that into this simply by unscrewing this top lid here. Then this just kind of goes on top. You twist it upside down and then you fill the little basket. But I have a better way to do this now. This little basket here, which comes with the OutIn Nano, only holds a few grams of coffee, but there is an upgrade to this called the OutIn Nano Basket Plus, which holds between 16 and 18 grams of coffee. Let's give that a try. Okay, there's kind of a lot of parts to this, but basically this is quite impressive. It's all metal based now, whereas the regular basket was really plastic. So it comes with a bunch of stuff. It comes with a tamper, a doser, a shower screen, and then this metal portafilter. Okay, so my task is to get the coffee that's in here into this basket. Think I remember the steps. The basket goes in the portafilter. We use the doser here. Unscrew this. Turn this upside down. And then flip this whole thing over. Let's see what we got. Hey, there we go. It's got the coffee grinds out nicely. So this is ready to go for next time. Now to finish it off, I've got this little tool here. Let's just distribute the grinds. Now I need to tamp down. This tamp, this is pretty clever. So we just put this tamp in and we just push it down until it clicks with the doser. And that is now sufficiently tamped. So I take off the tamp, I take off doser. Look at that. I have got a beautiful puck of 17 grams of beans, which I ground just now, potentially on the go, using this thing. Put the shower screen on. We're ready to make a cup of coffee. So I just screw this portafilter into the Nano. I have some water already in here, just some filtered water. Now, just another little improvement to my process. I used to just make the espresso just in here, or kind of hold this up over a cup like this manually. Well, don't need to do that anymore because I've got a little stand from OutIn which comes with this little heat shield. So we can simply put this into the stand here. The stand is adjustable as to height, so based upon the cup that you're pouring in. I'm going to put my little espresso cup there, and then I'm going to get started, brew a coffee. Now to get brewing, I'm going to hold down the button here for 2 seconds. That's going to start making my coffee. And there's my coffee. So we've got some nice crema on here. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that's a pretty rich, full flavor. My goodness, that is so much better than the little capsules that I've been using, the espresso ones, which only had a few grams of coffee in them. The fact I've been able to use 17 grams makes a big difference. Now back to the Finno. One of the nice little touches is when you open up the hopper here, there's actually reminders here what each number represents. So if you're trying to make a different type of coffee, you don't have to remember, it's all right there. Let's make a completely different size coffee. Now let's make something for a pour over. It recommends maybe 6 to 8 for a pour over. I'm going to go with size 7. So I've got 15 grams of beans here. Let's put these into the hopper and then set this onto my desired size. I'll go with 7. There we go, size 7. All right, that's done. And that is just the sort of size, the grind size that I would use for my Chemex. So I'm gonna seal this up, take it with me for later. So that is the OutIn Fino. It's a little coffee grinder that can go all the way down to espresso size. No hand grinding or anything like that, just a battery in it. This is going to be finding its way into my backpack for sure. Maybe I'll take it on another hike.